#1 fan though, right?
Well, I am now. I'm gonna leave great reviews on everyone's page.
You're the #1 fan of who?
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
The Brazen Brits. Check them out, gang.
Very low garage. Scares me every time, right? No.
So we're here at Jackson Square. Hopefully you can hear us. A lot of noise going on. We just saw someone get proposed to, which is kind of cool. Everyone is so happy here. It's amazing. Yes. So we just got here. We walked like 3 miles to get here. So we're going to go look around, check it out.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's not terrible. It's not terrible.
All right.
Like the drunken coke rack. So we spent like half an hour looking for the car, and then we stopped for a drink. And now we're back at the parade, so we're not really sure where we're going. So wish us luck. Right, I'm going to work. What are you doing today?
I have a very busy day. I should get on it.
Right.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Out of use now. Every day, every night, every moment with you. I feel I can't lose. I wanna shout it out, ain't no limit. I wanna
started off the trip, it's quite interesting. A lot of people have asked how we booked, where are we going, where is our plan, and we've got to the point where we knew our plan was Key West for Christmas. So Natalie pretty much booked every campsite up until then, a couple of days or a week or so that we didn't have a booking. And it's amazing how times have changed, and people have said this before, just go where you want to go. And that's pretty much it now. So we only booked, we move in a few days, and we haven't booked anywhere, and Natalie just booked it now. And it's great because we literally have no idea where we're going to be next week. So next week, the week after. So it's nice not having to be like, okay, we need to be here on this week and here on this week, and we need to be there by that week. So yeah, it's amazing how when we're on the road, we are literally just going where we want to go now.
Well, and I think we've discussed this before, but also we didn't realise how long and tiring the driving part of it would be. So initially we were like, oh, we'll do 4 to 5 hours to each place. No, that's changed now. It's like 1 to 2 hours.
Yeah, it's fine for 1 week or 2 weeks in a row, but it's literally our entire Sunday. Because you have to pack up and then drive for 6 hours and then set up and then get ready for the week ahead, so it sucks. Whereas when it's just a couple of hours, it's just like going to a friend's house or just moving quickly. We still have the afternoon, we can walk the dogs, we can have a barbecue, and we got loads of time, so that's nice. But it's kind of cool not having any idea where we are in 2 weeks. So if someone says, hey, you should go here, then we'll be like, okay, we've got no booking, so we'll reservation, so let's do it. So I find that really interesting. And interesting how we're comfortable with that. I wouldn't have been comfortable with that last month. It's nice. Why are you laughing at me?
Because I know where we're going to be in 2 weeks.
Oh, We're on I-10, and this is by far the worst road I've ever driven on because I'm getting seasick. I don't think I've ever been seasick on a road before. So where are we? I-10, we're past
Roe Bridge.
We don't really know where we are, but we're past Baton Rouge and we're going towards Lafayette.
Yes.
And it has done this for about 10 miles so far. I don't know how far this is going, but it's really bad. Don't go this way. So we should update on New Orleans as well, because I think we just kind of cut. And we're going to be honest, right? We went into New Orleans, and Getaway Couple, Ray and Jason, who we met before in Tampa, they were really cool, and they showed us around. So they've been there like 3 times, and we kind of went there aimlessly without really doing much research, and they showed us around, and we had an awesome time. They're such good fun, and their friend Matt was there as well, who was really cool. But the problem is we had such a good time that we just kind of forgot to video stuff, and and then we had a couple of drinks.
Got lost.
But I didn't. I was driving.
Definitely went on the wrong side of New Orleans, where we weren't meant to go.
Yeah, then get back to the car.
That people have warned us not to do, basically.
Yeah. One thing we need to do for you guys for this video is when stuff starts going wrong, the first reaction should be to get the video out, but it wasn't. We started going wrong, and we went into the wrong area in New Orleans, and I just wanted to get back to the car. We had to get back for the dogs. It got all a little bit stressful. And then we walked into the wrong area, and then I pretty much had a police escort back to the right area where our car was. So it wasn't fun at the time, but it's funny watching back now. But anyway, so sorry.
Well, and parking was a nightmare. So when we got in there, and now I'm not overly sure if a lot of it was closed because there was this huge building that had collapsed, the Hardrock Hotel, I think.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure Lawrence will put some information in for you. Had a collapse, so they closed a lot of the roads off, but I don't know if it was that or the parades. I had no idea that the parades that were going to happen Thursday got rained off, and so they were all on the Friday. So when we turned up, it was already chaos.
It was, yeah. So the building, you can see it on any news report, just look for Hardrock Hotel. So basically they took the support structures out before the concrete had set. So when they did that, all the floors just collapsed and collapsed and collapsed. And that was in November last year, so it's been like that for 3 months. And actually, it was interesting to see, but actually when you look back, the 3 guys, tons of workers were injured because they were working on the building, but 3 guys were still trapped in the building and they can get them out. So they're still there now. They're still there today. So they're trying to figure out how to do it, but they're going to have to collapse the building because it's so unsafe that they can't just take it apart. So.
And they blew up the cranes, didn't they? Because they were
the cranes were unstable because the building was under construction, right? So they still had the cranes up and everything, and so they had to blow up the cranes. And you can look on. I can link some stuff below for some of the news reports I was reading. But actually, yeah, it's kind of
had no idea.
Disturbing.
No idea that happened.
No, but anyway, because of that, that's right in the centre, and all of the roads around it were closed. So there is detours everywhere, and with all the parades and the amount of people going in, it was, driving an F-250. I know it's not the biggest truck in the world, but
it was hard.
And it was horrible. It was really horrible. But the parade was amazing. We had such a great time.
And just seeing Jackson Square, Bourbon Street, we didn't get those beignets, and it has really annoyed me because that's one thing I went in for and then we just totally forgot. Yeah. But we did try oysters for the first time, which weren't awful.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, it was alright.
It was a bit gritty, but apart from that, it was fine. We tried everything else. It was good. Well, we will go back one day. I think maybe I could spend about 8 hours a year in New Orleans.
That's a long time.
We were there for 8 hours.
Oh, were we?
Yeah.
Lawrence forgot to get gas. So now...
Well, actually, I did say to you last night, can you remind me to go out in the morning and get gas? So I don't have an issue. There are some gas stations we can go to, but I just don't like it.
Hello. That was a bit fast in that case.
It's just awkward. You have
hard
to,
with the trailer,
unless you find something like a Flying J or what's the other one? I can't remember. But Loves, which is 4 trucks. It's a real pain in the backside to navigate through, and only some of the pumps have diesel and they're slow. So yeah, that's annoying.
It means that we might get a coffee. Yay!
See, now the problem is that Natalie's now going to prioritise the coffee over the gas station, so we're going to end up in some tiny little gas station just because Natalie's like, but there's a Starbucks next door.
We shall see. So we have finally arrived in New Iberia, Lafayette, Louisiana, and we had a horrible drive in here. The road was so bad that Lawrence has promised that we can get a Popeyes Louisiana kitchen takeout. And the only reason I want to go here is because he said that it tastes different in Louisiana. So I'm excited to, report back to you as well how it does actually taste in Louisiana. So are we going to get a takeout though? We're going to eat in.
Takeout, I think.
Okay, but it's 10 minutes away. Is it not going to get cold?
No, because the more food you get, the warmer it will keep.
Oh, so we have to get extra, do we?
Well, we may as well, if you want to keep it warm for the way back, so we may as well, if we can get like a bucket of 10 bits of chicken, then that's one
It'll
bit
be
of chicken
warmer
per minute. The drive, yeah. You don't want to eat cold chicken, do you?
Okay. So I won't be reporting from in the restaurant, but I will report when we get back how it tastes.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
It's going to be different from any other Popeyes chicken you've ever had, okay. For sure.
Thanks. Diesel is cheap. Apparently.
$2.34.
How much is it usually?
$2.34. Well, back home I think it's over $3, and then we've been paying. The best I think we've had is $2.75, but normally it's around $2.99.
Oh wow.
Okay, here we go. This is oh, look at this. I mean, it looks similar to Popeyes in Virginia, but it's definitely not.
Well, so far it looks exact same, Lawrence.
Yeah, similar.
It's not terrible.
It's better. So there you go, guys. Popeyes chicken from Popeyes Louisiana kitchen is better in Louisiana.
It is, yeah. Or I'm just more hungry.
And seeing as we're here, we should eat this every day to make the most of it.
My waist says no.